Hello, my beautiful creators. Welcome to Up Leveling Your Career and Purpose. For those of you who've been stuck in your career, this reading is all about revealing to you how to step into your true confidence and purpose. Have you asked yourself, are you living your soul's mission or are you just working for a paycheck? You know what they say about jobs, just over broke, J-O-B. It's time for us to really dig in and figure out how we might up-level our career path or our life's purpose. Now, this can be very overwhelming. Some people don't even know where to start. Today, we're going to pull some cards for confidence and self-esteem. We got Ace of Wands. Okay. We're going to pull a card for value and worth. Ooh, Nine of Swords. Okay. We'll work with all of this. We're going to pull a card for integrity. The Eight of Cups, being able to walk away from things that are not a match for you, and authenticity. The Wheel of Fortune. Alrighty, all right. So we have a nice layout of cards getting us started here. I've got the one, the only Joe Dispenza, his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One. You are the creator of your reality, and that's what we're going to look at today. So confidence and esteem. Honestly, here, you're showing me it looks pretty good. And maybe it's just about how you show up with it. The Ace of Wands is a card of passion. It is being aligned with your purpose, or it's the desire to align with your purpose. The Ace brings us something fresh, a new beginning, a new way of thinking about things, a new way of doing things. And so we're being invited by the universe to consider that first and foremost. However, we've got something to overcome here. We have the Nine of Swords in our place of value and worth. We may not feel like at this time we're being valued appropriately in our job or our career. We may not be valuing ourselves appropriately. We may not have the right pricing around our services. We may not be acknowledging our full worth of the services we offer, and this causes a disconnect. And so there's something happening mentally that we're going to need to overcome. As for integrity, the Eight of Cups comes in, and this is a reassurance to me that if the environment is not appropriate for you, it's not the highest and best for your particular blueprint, your mission, your purpose, your soul's calling, you are willing to walk away. You want to make sure you're in an environment, whether it be self-employed or working with a team or working with a company, that it is fulfilling, that your cup can remain full while others' cups also remain full. And that's hard to come by in many job environments. Blaze agrees. Thank you. As for authenticity, you get the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is a fortunate aspect. I consider it to be a breath of fresh air for us in this reading, especially since it's coming up in the position of authenticity. And this is you showing up as you, not some fixed ideal about what others think you should do, be, how they think you should act. This is you coming in and saying, I am willing to stand my ground in the purpose that I have. That is the most authentic alignment with myself, and that's where I am going to land with the Wheel of Fortune. Very powerful major arcana card, and I like that it's coming up for us because that means those of you who are tuning into the reading right now, you are creating this change. So please, if you're already resonating with this, like this video, maybe drop me a comment. What's your career situation like right now? Are you pivoting? What's happening? We're going to get some clarifiers here for each card from the Light Seers Tarot, and hopefully go a little deeper here to get some good advice and guidance as to what steps we need to take or what might be next for us. We have some challenges. We have some subconscious patterns here relating to some of these themes, some of these personal experiences with ourself here. So honestly, confidence and esteem comes up looking pretty good, you guys. We got the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. This is a celebration. This is feeling like, yeah, I've worked on this. I've worked on my self-esteem. I've realized that I can't pretend to be anyone else but me. I don't have to compare myself. Maybe you've worked on imposter syndrome. Maybe you've been trying to get a promotion and up against certain competition, and in the past it made you feel a certain way when you didn't get the job, but now you're trusting in yourself that there's something better for you. If something doesn't line up, there's something better for you. You have the power, you have the choice, and you can pivot at any time in order to go for what you want. And you are showing me here that you will find or have found the confidence to do so, and you're really aligning. This is really strong energy in the solar plexus area of the body where the heart is being supported by this energy. So that's setting us up pretty nicely. Looks like we have some work to do in some of these categories, however. Now, next up, we've got value and worth. This is maybe where there has been some struggle. I really am appreciative here, though, to see the Hanged Man, because that's the kind of energy that one should move into when they are stressed out, working long hours, staying up too late. There's some sort of pause that's needed here. Now, if you're working a heavy, busy schedule, I am going to say this energy comes in and tells me to tell you it's time to take a few days off, a mental health day, a vacation. It's time, because you need to be able to look at things from a different perspective. You're too wrapped up in your mind about what is going on. Some of you feel defeated because your value and your worth is not being respected, and you have got to get in a place where you can clear the mind here of these mental energies and illuminate, refresh the mind into the energies of where can I align with my greater being, with my mission and my purpose, and then make that manifest in the world. And first, you need some time. You need a time out to work on your value, your worth. Some of you may be asking for a raise, so while you're planning for that, you want to be sure that you're in alignment, that you're not undervaluing yourself. Because if you undervalue yourself, the job will undervalue you as well. That environment, the other person will respond to your internal world. And so you have to demand what you're worth and your value. And sometimes that means being willing to walk away here. To be able to operate with integrity, we have to know when we're done with something. We have to know when it's time to leave. I was faced with these energies when I left the corporate world in 2022. There were parts of me that felt like I was abandoning the people I work with. I liked some of them. I got along really well with some of the people, but the work environment just was not healthy, and it wasn't unlocking my happiness, my progression, my evolution. And so in this energy where we're looking at integrity, it's about coming into integrity first and foremost for yourself. There were things about companies of the past that I have worked for that my integrity did not match theirs, did not match their model, did not match their environment. And there were days where I physically felt sick going into the building to work, or my feet would just feel so heavy, like they wanted to go anywhere but in that building, in that gray cubicle, and be bound to that desk all day. And I know some of you have felt that, or you've felt that in a toxic work environment, whether it be publicly owned, privately owned, having to deal with a certain person that just makes it hard. And it's very defeating. This Five of Pentacles kind of reminds me of that Nine of Swords, and I think we might have a bit of a connection there. We have to be honest with ourselves when a business or a company doesn't align with our integrity. What are we willing to do and not do? I know when I left the corporate world for good, there were lots of mandates coming down about you have to do this or you have to have certain exemptions, and I think y'all might know the time frame I was, talking about in there. there where it just got more and more and more restrictive, but then at the flip of a light, then it was the other way. Oh, back at work, be remote, now come back. First of all, you're not welcome, then you're welcome. And it was just so emotionally draining. I think some of you have dealt with that, and you have to come to the point within yourself. What is your value? What is your worth? Is the integrity that you hold within inside yourself aligned with that business, company, or your mission or purpose? If it doesn't feel good, probably not. And it's time to get honest with yourself about that. Gosh, wow. Look at this. Oh my goodness. You have to comment below and tell me how you're feeling about this, because this Wheel of Fortune energy, this is you changing things, no matter how challenging. I'm almost seeing these characters climbing up these wands in the Five of Wands as if there's different iterations, different versions of you, different levers that you've had to pull to almost fight for your right to be authentic. And so some of you have been or are trapped in work environments where you can't be you. You can't be authentically you. You cannot express your passion. Your creativity is completely stifled, and you are saying, no more. I want a change for this. And I don't even get the sense that it's the change toward retirement. It's the change toward freeing up your time to doing what you love to do, and probably being very abundant doing that. Looking at these energies, you're willing to face the challenge. You're willing to become different versions of you. You're willing to reach in different directions and try different things until the energies line up for you. And I'm absolutely loving to see that here in this reading, because when it comes to authenticity, that is a very, very high vibration, and it is one to be completely respected within oneself. And it's something that our world tends to be lacking. The more things turn toward technologies and computers and robots, the more valuable and rare and precious authenticity is in the world. Let's get a couple of oracle cards to enhance this reading further. We're going to go with the messages from your animal spirit guides. Animals have a way of really helping ground certain energies in the practical world. And since we're talking about having the career of our dreams or living our purpose, I really think animals reveal very down-to-earth ways in which we can do that. So we're going to ask, what do our creators need to remember here? Ooh, and we got honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Yes, this is a timeless reading about how you can up-level your career and purpose. That would mean embracing compassion and forgiveness. First and foremost, let's forgive ourselves for what we've put up with, for the times that we've stepped aside and let our value be squashed, questioned, or downplayed. We've got to first offer ourselves some compassion so that we can get busy like a little bee in moving toward our next steps. And until we've healed some of this energy with compassion and forgiveness, it's going to be hard. So you can see the bee looks kind of like the outline. We don't have the black and yellow. It's not blackened in. This is a translucent energy, a transient energy that plays through the different levels of us coming into alignment with our purpose. And so things are beginning to form here. Many of you, if you've not already made a certain leap, you're getting ready to make it. And some of you may have to make it while things aren't fully formed. You may get laid off. There may be a change. There may be something you just cannot tolerate anymore. And so you decide, I'm going to exit this with compassion, with forgiveness, and I'm going to get busy working on something else. There's also this reminder that it takes energy, it takes productivity ability for us to do the things we love. We have to align our will force with our actions, and the honeybee would show us that productivity and taking action toward that is important. Let's get a card from the Super Attractor Oracle here. I love to use positive affirmations because believe me, when you're dealing with a situation like up leveling your career and your purpose, you constantly have to come back to building up because your fears are going to come up, your insecurities are going to come up, everything that you've maybe avoided dealing with, going to the traditional 9 and 5 and just not worrying about that paycheck. When it's no longer there, it's going to come up and be right in your face. And so what do we need to know, creators? And this lovely and beautiful card says, when I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. And this is putting you in the driver's seat. You are the creator. That is why I call my channel Creators on the Crest. You are on the crest of the mountain, the crest of the wave. You have a vantage point to be able to make these moves. It's time to introduce joy and happiness into your situation, and you will affect your surroundings. You are aligned with alchemy, the law of cause and effect, and you're recognizing yourself now, right now, in this moment as the cause point. And you can choose depression and sadness and fear, or you can choose joy and alignment and authenticity and happiness. And that is why I wanted to pull a card from this deck, because it is so good at reminding us these are choices that we have here. So if you're breaking the habit of being yourself or your old self or ancestral patterns, right? You get to choose here and you get to affect the vibrational frequency. To close off the reading, I'm going to get us a rune. These are different staves. I have several rune sets. This is one of them. It's quite thin, so I will kind of rotate the rune so you can see it. But this is what we're going to need to know as we continue to level up. And I am still learning the runes. They are a lifelong study. They are a dance. They are something that becomes intricately woven into your reality. Today we have Perthro, and this is a cup for casting lots. If we turn it this way, there's a cup. Birth, wisdom, and kinship. So some of you may even have family businesses that are part of your reality and part of what you're working to either up level or even move away from if it no longer serves you. We've got manifestation here. We've got luck. We've got chance. There's something mysterious here because we don't know what the cup is going to produce. It's like a champion's cup. It's like the Harry Potter cup where you throw your name in and we don't know who's going to come out. There's something hidden here. There's an initiation that's taking place with Perthro because we are up leveling. Up levels require new initiations and therefore transformation. This also has to do with the knowledge of your destiny. What are you destined to do? Who are you destined to be? And how do you work with this cup and make the right moves in order to get there? So creators, that is what we're being reminded of today. I want to thank you for tuning into this reading. Please do put a like on this video, comment, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you can get all the readings in this series. This is number 2 of 7, so it's going to be so exciting to explore the ways we can up level. Read the description below. I have ways you can contact me for a personal reading or on social media, and I would love to have you involved in the creators community. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you at the next one.